Good morning, everyone. This is Olushola Johnson for Live Right. Happy weekend to each and every one of us. I hope we all slept well. Glory be to the name of the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord this morning for counting us worthy to be among the living. You know, we always need to acknowledge and show gratitude to our Maker. And I pray that the Lord Almighty will help us in Jesus' name. Amen. Good morning once again. You're welcome to Live Right. I'm expecting, people online. Yes, today is Live Right. And the title of today's talk is Learn to Forgive. Learn to forgive. We all need to learn to forgive. What is forgiveness? Is forgiveness what we really do when we say we forgive? Okay? Forgiveness that I know is giving up the right, to hurt somebody that has hurt you back. You decide to give up the right to hurt, somebody that has hurt you back. That is forgiveness. So do we really forgive? Not all sins seems forgivable. Yes, not all sins seems forgivable. But we can still, set ourselves free from the bondage of not forgiving, from the bondage of unforgiveness. So we can set ourselves. The last time we talked about free the bond. So unforgiveness is part of it. Unforgiveness is part of it. You tie yourself. If you don't forgive, you tie yourself. So we can free ourselves from the bondage of unforgiveness by learning how to forgive, how to truly forgive. You understand? And as we learn, we will learn also, if you can't forgive, then what should you do to free yourself from the bondage of unforgiveness? So please kindly like and share as you join. God bless you. So most times it is often said that we should forgive and forget. Yes, we can say we will forgive. Most people will say, I can forgive, I can't forget. I support that nobody can forget. Yes, because you have memory. You have memory. It's like somebody telling you that you should forget what you ate in the morning of a particular day. So is it possible to forget? Is it possible to forget the kind of soap you are using to bathe every morning? Is it possible to forget your place of work because you have left the place? So it's not possible to forget something because you have memory. You understand? But the only way, like I said, the meaning of forgiveness is not, giving up the right to hurt. Giving up the right to hurt somebody that has hurt you back. Giving up the right to hurt. So, because we have memory, we cannot forget. So some people will say, I forgot. If you forget something, you won't make mention of it again. There is a reason you should attach to not making mention of what somebody has done to hurt you again. The reason is that, the reason should be that you do not want to hurt. You understand? So that's why you keep quiet. You do not want to use it against the person. When you have truly forgiven, you don't talk about it, then you don't make mention of it, then you don't use it as a weapon against the person that has hurt you. So whatever we do, like I said, somebody that does something to hurt you, if somebody kills a person's child, will the person say you will forget? A child that you nurtured and somebody killed the child, will you say you will forget? So let's not lie to ourselves. You cannot forget. So whatever we do, and whatever we are doing right away, whatever somebody does to us, molds the future. It molds the future. So why we are saying learn to forgive this morning is because, we say Live Right is the program. You understand? You don't want something to alter your future. You want everything to be positive about your future. Yes. So, and I said, whatever somebody does to you, a person that has 3 children or that has 2 kids, somebody kills one. The person was expectant when the person born those children, was expectant to do what? To, to nurture and see 2 grown-up children. Now, somebody killed one. The person is seeing one. So they have remodeled the person's future. So the person that is supposed to forgive, you understand, needs to remold the future to favor him or her. So that's what we are talking about today. So why should we forgive? Why should we forgive? Number 1, you should forgive to receive forgiveness also. You don't know what circumstances will happen that will make you to offend another person. You don't know whether the kind of offense that you will do unto another person will be more than what you have done to someone or what someone has done to you. So we can take a look at a story in the Bible of a man that was owed 10 denarii. He forgave the man, the debtor, the creditor. That's the main man that was the creditor of that 10 denarii. Forgave the man. When the man explained to him, oh, I don't have much to pay this debt. This is the circumstances, this is the situation of the economy, this is what is happening. And the man said, I forgive you all the debts. Go freely. Instead of locking him up in the cell. But when the man was leaving, he saw a person that owed him only 1 denarii. And he took the person, locked the person and said, you must pay me my money, you must pay me my money. And because the man couldn't pay just 1 denarii, he locked the person up and punished the person severely. So when the man that he was owing 10 denarii heard the story of how he punished the man that owed him 1 denarii, he called him back. You need to pay that 10 denarii. He forgave him before. You need to pay that 10 denarii. And he locked him up also. So the person that was locked up because of 10 denarii, how will he be able to receive that 1 denarii? So that's why you must forgive others. Take it as the first step. Why you should forgive. Forgive others so that you can be forgiven also. So another point is that you need to free yourself. You need to free yourself from, from the control of the offender. The person that offends you, you need to free yourself from the control of such person. If someone offends you, you don't need to be embittered. How does the person that, offended you control you? The person that offended you, how do they control the offender? You sit down. The person may not even know that he or she has offended you. You see that maybe you are happy, you are joining with your friends, and the person that offended you just pass by. As the person passes by, you feel embittered. You just look at the person, just is, Harry, olóṣèlú kọjá lọ yẹn, Harry, ó tún ti dé, àwọn abaniláyé jẹ́, àwọn this thing, you feel embittered. The person has stolen your joy. So definitely the person is in control of your happiness or your joy. So you should free yourself. Why you should forgive is that you should free yourself from what? From the bondage, from the control of the offender. I hope we got that. So another point is that you should, when you forgive others, you free yourself from getting stuck in life. How do you get stuck in life? When you don't forgive, you can't move forward because you still remain there. Your thoughts hinders you. You are always thinking about what the person has done against you. You're always thinking, you're always feeling embittered. So you get stuck. You can't think about, moving forward. Even if you think about moving forward, you are weakened because of the bitterness. Do you know what is called somebody to be embittered? You feel weak because you will be thinking about what the person has done to hurt you. You will be thinking about, how to revenge, how to hurt back. You will be thinking about evil circumstances befalling the person that has offended you. Those are the things you will be thinking about. Definitely, you are allowing negative energies to spread around you, around your atmosphere, around everything that is about you. And you want positivity to come to you. The best revenge in life is to forgive. When you forgive, you will be able to move forward. Even within yourself, before the offender comes to ask you for forgiveness, because you know what you want for yourself. You know that, okay, the offender actually wanted to do what? It could be that the offender wanted to destroy you. It could be that the offender wanted to terminate your life. So when they set out to do it with an action, do you understand? When they set out to do it with an action, you are the one to reject it. You are the one to repel it and say, I do not want this. Then you forgive. Forgive. And do what? Like I said, you cannot forget the action taken against you. Forget about the issue. You can easily forget about the issue. How do you forget about the issue? You ignore completely. So we will get there. So another point is that why you need to forgive is because you need what? Your inner peace. You need your inner peace. You understand? You release yourself from the bondage of frustration. You release yourself from the bondage of bitterness. You release yourself, from, turmoil within you, from confusion within you, from confusion within you. So you release yourself from such. So that is why you should forgive. Another reason you should forgive is because of your health. Yes, because of your health. Some people, when they think too much, you understand, they start looking, unforgiveness can steal your beauty. Yes, it can steal your beauty because you can see yourself, even if you are eating good food, because you are worried, you are embittered, you are sad, you will not look more beautiful again. Unforgiveness can steal your health. When you worry too much, you can be stressed. And have you ever seen when doctor says that, okay, stress that is causing everything that is happening to you? Unforgiveness can cause stress. Let's take, for example, a husband that the wife offends. Do you understand? The man can be stressed because, it's not what you are expecting. Even a wife that the husband offends, the person can be stressed, can take away the person's health. So we should all learn to forgive. The one thing you will always think about is that, it's like a rope. This life is like a rope, starting from one hand to the other hand. So it's just a one way. Your own journey of life is just a one way from the beginning to the end of it. Another person's life is from the beginning to the end of it. So why will you want a person to cut short your own rope? Why will you want somebody to cut short your life? All because of offense. Even the Bible made us to know that we should forgive. And Jesus said that we should take offense if somebody has offended you 77 times. It's just a guide for you to do what? To forgive. You understand? So when you forgive, you ease out the pain of the heart. Look at Jesus when he was on the cross, he was dying. Those people that nailed him to the cross, what did he tell them? He prayed to God for them. He said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Is it that it is, it's painful to him what they are doing? Yes, it's not that he did not feel hurt. You understand? But he needed to ease out the pain of what is not expected. You understand? Because they are not doing justice at all. So you too could feel that somebody is not doing justice to you. Your happiness matters to you. Your joy matters to you. Looking good matters to you. Your peace of mind matters to you. You understand? You moving forward in life, acquiring positive energies within you, all should matter to you. So that is why you should learn to forgive. That's the reason why you should forgive. Your health matters to you. You don't want to land in the hospital. You don't want them to be giving you drip because of stress. So you should learn. You should know the reason why you should what? Forgive. So, how do we learn how to forgive? Why we should forgive is what we just did. How do we learn how to forgive? Number one thing, at the back of your mind, you know that a snake that bites you should not bite you again. You understand? Yoruba will say, "Ejo to ba ti sanni, kò yẹ kó tún sanni again." You prepare your own defense. Do you understand? In this world that we have, even God knows that the world, the heart of man, is full of wickedness. The wickedness of the past is not up to the wickedness that we are feeling right away. Because right away, you see many things happening around. Even a person that hurt you, that comes for forgiveness, will still hurt you, even more than the, hurt that they have caused to you. So you prepare, you understand, your own defense. You prepare your own defense. Even the Bible told us in the book of Ephesians, told us that, put on the whole armor of God so that you can stand against the wiles of the enemy. You understand? So the person, even some people, they will come in the name of asking for forgiveness. They will use charm to kneel down for you. And the person they are begging, you just what? You just cry. And people will not know what kills the person because they just want to end the person. So that is the wickedness of men. But God still wants you to forgive at all costs. When I started the Live Right program, I said you must know who your life honors. It's either it honors God or it honors the devil. And I believe that each and every one of you that is watching me, your life honors God. And you want it to always honor God. So definitely, if God wants you to forgive, you understand? Even in the Lord's Prayer, you will say, "Forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us." So if you can say that prayer, definitely you should learn how to forgive. As we forgive those who trespass against us. The way and manner in which you forgive others, that's the way you are praying that God should forgive you. And that's the way you are willing others should forgive you too. So, like I said, a snake that's bitten you once should not bite you twice. You understand? Number one thing in learning how to forgive is to learn to keep quiet. Learn to keep silent. When you learn to keep silent, when there is, misunderstanding between you and somebody, let's say the offense is coming through that, you learn to keep quiet. When you keep quiet, nobody can say this is what you say. Or even if you want to talk, let your words be very, very few. Don't talk too much. When there is a misunderstanding between you and your friend, between you and your husband, between you and anybody, let your words be few so that you don't scatter yarn, so that you don't say what you ought not to say. Once your word falls to the ground, you can't pick it up again. It's like an egg. When you smash an egg on the floor, you can't gather them and you can't make them complete again. Whatever is broken with words is broken. You understand? And it will always be remembered that this is what you uttered. So when you now want to forgive, the process of forgiving will be easy because you kept quiet when you were supposed to keep quiet. Even you know what to say, but you bottled it up. You understand? You calm yourself down and you don't allow yourself speaking the negative. Even if you want to speak anything, let it be very, very few. But it's better to keep quiet sometimes and walk away. Then you nurture forgiveness within you because of what I've mentioned earlier. So that's the number one point. Number two is that you find, you always find good reason out of everything. If you're a kind of person that always look out for the good reason out of everything, either good or bad. Some bad things happen that carry good things inside it. Even when Jesus came out, they said that they do not know that something good can come out of Nazareth. You understand? Sometimes we do not know that the bad thing that is happening is just a coverage. It's just a disguise covering upon the good thing that wants to happen to us. Do you know by offense, some people have changed location and have made it in life? You understand? Maybe you just say, okay, let me just move away from this area because I don't want to be seeing something that will make me to remember what this person has done to me. and you leave, and something good starts happening in your life. Even you start having breakthroughs one by one. The breakthrough that you did not envisage, you start having it. And the sole reason, you yourself know the sole reason why you left is because you don't want to be feeling offended. You don't want to be saying the person that offended you often and often to remember it. You left. Other ones has learned, make some people to be strong. Has made some people to be strong. Do you know that, when offenses come, it could be a test for the future for you. Even God can allow somebody to come and offend you. It could be a test. Let's take for example, you are meant to be a pastor of a church and people are offending you anyhow. So when you have the congregation, my father used to say that kind of thing, and your congregation offend you one by one, they will do silly things that you don't even expect. They will talk bad about you while you are still praying for them and you are still doing good for them. Will you pursue them away? And it's not you that they have come to worship. They have come to worship God as you are worshiping God. Just that you are there for them to help them to connect to God. Will you be pursuing them one by one? Will you take, for example, somebody in an organization, you use money to employ people in your organization. When you are sending them one by one, they are misbehaving and you are sending them one by one away. You understand? Small, just flimsy something, you just get angry, just flare up, and you send them away. You will spend more. You understand? So we need to think very well before we do things. And we need to first look out for the good out of things. If the Bible can tell us that to them that love God, you understand, everything both good and bad, work together for the good of those who love God and according to his purpose. Do you understand? There's a purpose why you are on earth. The enemy just wants you to miss it. So it can bring people to offend you anyhow. Your children can offend you. Your spouse can offend you. Anybody can offend you. Recognize the line of your life from a beginning to the end. Don't let anybody distract you with offense. Do you understand? Learn to keep your joy. Learn to keep your happiness. And I pray that God will help you in Jesus Christ's name. So another point is that, when the offense is too hurtful, you understand, the offender can say, okay, I am remorseful and I have come to ask for forgiveness. Learn to accept it. No matter how, learn to accept it. Number one, on this platform, you have learned that you should forgive even without the person asking for forgiveness, because for your own good. But if the person comes and asks for forgiveness, learn to forgive. Even if you know within your heart that you have not truly, you understand, you have not truly let go. Nurture letting go within yourself. But when the person comes to you, just accept, I have forgiven you. Do you understand? Just accept that you have what? You have forgiven. You understand? But you should not be stupid about it. You should not be stupid. Like I said, some people, when they want to totally destroy you, they can use charm to beg you. So, in fact, immediately, the person say, I'm remorseful, even if the person is, even if the person is disguising, or the person is, disguising, just say, you have accepted, and nurture the remaining within yourself. Do you understand? Don't be stupid to allow yourself to be hurt again. You understand? Don't be stupid to allow yourself to be hurt again, because the person that said is remorseful can come back again with a greater hurt. You understand? That your friend that say I'm remorseful can come back again with a greater hurt. Will you now faint because of that? No. So that's why I said don't be stupid. You understand? Learn to, create your own defense so that nobody hurt you in that manner again. Then refuse to please people is another point. Refuse to please people. You understand? Follow your own instinct. You understand? When you have it within your mind that, okay, forgiveness is your own way. That, okay, you will forgive. Do you understand? Refuse to please people in the way and manner they want people to forgive. I have said it on this platform. Learn to make your life please God and yourself. You come first. Don't please people. If you please people, pleasing people alone will get you hurt in life. So if somebody, you understand, if somebody, like I said, we talk about being remorseful, some use acting as if they are remorseful to come to know where you have reached in life. You understand? So they come to know, so people will say, accept the person. The person is your destiny. It's not that you do not accept. Somebody that is, take for example, you are a wife, somebody that is beating you. People will be telling you, oh, wife, they used to ask for forgiveness from the husband. Yes, we know. Even if the husband is the one that is wrong, do you understand? Then you ask for forgiveness from the husband. And you take, for example, you are on your own. You know, the man may come back or the woman may come back to know where you have reached, and so that they can destroy you completely. Like I said, they can destroy you completely because the world is wicked. Do you understand? And because we can't use that, because the world is wicked, go against the wish of God. Because we choose our life to honor God. So they want to come and know what else have you acquired so that they can destroy. That's why you see some people, they will say they are forgiven, and later you hear, because they don't truly forgive themselves. That's why you hear that there is another another misunderstanding that is even greater than the one that was there before. And they will be blaming the person that was offended. Why did you accept? Why did you accept? Why didn't you study? Because both of them did not agree on the good, you know, on what they call the true forgiveness in their heart. So some people come back to try to look on how they will destroy the things that you have acquired after the offense. Maybe they destroyed everything. Somebody, okay, take for example, a friend that comes to destroy your business, and you have been making it with that business. Will you want to forgive the person? You will say you may not want to forgive, but God wants you to forgive. Now, if the friend now comes back and says, please forgive me, my friend, I have come back to you. And later on, you now see that is the friend has come to see what else you have acquired to destroy more, so that it can destroy you completely. What will you do? You now faint or you kill yourself because of that? It's because you don't have your self-defense. So you must build your own self-defense, because your joy and your happiness matters to you. So refuse to please people the way, just follow your instincts. You understand? Accept plea of people, then nurture the forgiveness within yourself. You understand? Another point is that offenses beyond you, you understand? There are offenses beyond you. Offenses beyond you. That somebody, you know, you think that, okay, this one, I cannot forgive this. Ojú mi mà ló ṣe gún ẹni yẹn ní ọ̀bẹ. Ojú mi mà ló ṣe fún ẹni yẹn níbọn. How do you expect me to forgive such a person? Things happen in the world. Number one thing, you know, the judgment of things happening in this world, there are deep things that we do not understand. Some things happen, you know, some offenses happen as a form of revenge. You understand? When we tell God that, God, please, revenge for me. Do you understand? The person that the revenge, you know, it is, you know, God rules in the affairs of men. And when you want to fall back on, you will use person to deal with the person. And the person is using to deal with the person, maybe a closer person to the person. But the person that is being taking the offense will be the offended. And will now be looking at it that, why should this kind of person do this to me? Maybe because of his own past action. That's why it's receiving such. That's why I said, because of the deep things that we do not know. So anything could be happening as a result of past actions, as a result of what our past generation has done. Offenses may be coming from that angle. So that's why I said we should learn how to forgive. So there are points whereby offenses will now be, take for example, somebody that's killed with a sword. They say will be killed by the sword. So if the person is now killed by the sword, maybe we've seen a particular way whereby a child will just shoot the father and will say, I don't know what happened, I don't know what entered me. Okay, let's say the father did not die. Will the father be able to, let's say the father has the leg cut off. Will the father be able, whenever he sees the leg cut off, will he be able to forgive that child? There are offenses beyond us that may look at it as a difficult one to forgive. So when you see that, or maybe because of what you have passed through, because of, you know, the particular action of someone, when you have such offenses, what should you do? you leave it to God. Leave it to God. Give the forgiveness of such sin to God. Like I said, when when offense pass beyond sin to you, pass beyond offense to you, just say, it is only God that can forgive. Tell the person, if the person comes for forgiveness, tell the person to go to God. If God forgives you, I have forgiven you. Who am I not to forgive you? I have forgiven you. Leave it to God. So if God does not now forgive the person, if the Creator says, I am not do you know sometimes we forgive and we wonder why bad thing is still happening to those people that we said we are forgiven? Is because the Creator did not allow. You can allow forgiveness and the Creator may not allow forgiveness. You understand? For such offense against that person, the Creator will still be fighting the offender thereafter. And you'll be looking at it, even you'll be praying for the person, and the Creator will say, no, that the person, no sinner will go unpunished. The Bible said no sinner will go unpunished. So if such a sin cannot be forgiven by the Creator, definitely the person who is offended is not the Creator. Do you understand? So both of you, if you truly forgive the person, both of you should now come together and be pleading with the Creator to completely forgive the person. So you leave it to God. You understand? You leave it to God. Then another point I want to talk about is you learn to ignore. You understand? You learn to ignore. If you don't want to feel stupid about a particular offense, you understand? You don't want it to happen to you again. You say, okay, forgive this person, you are forgiven. Learn to ignore completely. That's why I talk about somebody moving away. You can move away completely from the person. You can do as if, there was a time you got to meet the person. You can forget about ever meeting the person. Do you understand? You can, when you nurture forgetting about ever meeting the person, it won't hurt you again. It won't hurt you again. You understand what I'm saying? Then from that point, you can see yourself freeing yourself from the bondage of unforgiveness. So when you learn to ignore the person completely. Ignoring somebody is not a sin. It's not a sin. When you ignore, you don't even have any activity to do with the person. How do you want to say you want to hurt the person back? You won't be able to think of hurting the person that you want to forget. God, please take away the thought of this person away from me. So another thing is that, another point, which is the last point I want to make mention of today, is you can take a shift. That's how to learn how to forgive. You can choose to take a shift. What kind of shift am I talking about? Take, for example, husband and wife. Yes, that's a good example I can use. Husband and wife that are always quarreling. And you want, you want to forgive your spouse. Do you understand? But the spouse keep offending you. Let's take, for example, a man. The man is promiscuous. But when you married the person was not promiscuous. And you now got to know that the man is promiscuous. The man got promiscuous and, you caught him red-handed. But you don't want to leave the marriage. You don't want to divorce. And you still want to be there. So how do you do? I said take a shift. Do you understand? One thing is that you can get separated for some time in order to understand yourself better. Do you understand? Another thing, and be able to know that is it truly what I want or not. Another shift you can take is that you have been hurt in a particular position. Then you shift yourself away from that position. Yes, you are a wife to the person. You can take a shift. How do you take a shift? You can take a shift from the position of a wife. If you know you are always hurt and you love the person, take a shift from the position of being a wife to the position of being a mother to the person. If it is your child that is offending you, will you cast the child away? Will you pursue the child because the boy is promiscuous? You will keep talking to the child and you will keep praying for the child. Some women, they may not want to even pray for the man that is promiscuous. Do you understand? Likewise, men cannot, even they will pursue the wife. So what will you do? You take a shift. Being like a mother to the person. When you shift your position from being a wife, you have shifted your position from where the thing is coming to hurt you. So that thing that is hurting you cannot hurt the mother. As a wife, cannot hurt the mother. So when you put yourself in the position of a mother, forget the, not that you will not be carrying out the activities of a wife. You understand? You will be praying to God, then you will find a good reason to change everything to a positive state. You will find a good reason to pray for the person. So even if it is a spell on the person, even if the person is the nature, maybe that's how they're doing that, they don't know it as a bad thing, then with prayer, everything will come out right. So when you put yourself in the position of a mother, wọ́n ní ọmọ ẹni ò kí ń burú títí ká lè fẹ́kùn pàjẹ́. Wọ́n sọ pé ọkọ ẹni àbí aya ẹni ò kí ń burú títí ká lè fẹ́kùn pàjẹ́. Ọmọ ẹni ni wọ́n pè. So when you now take the person as your child, you will be able to pray true prayers for the person, not selfish prayers. You will be able to pray true prayers for the person. You will be able to welcome the person home, because if you are a mother, you won't say your child should sleep outside. But most women will say, hey, okay, you will open the door and still welcome the person home. That is learning how to forgive. I've talked about why we should forgive and learning how to forgive this morning. Yes, and I hope you have learned some things there. Please, I want to see it in the comment section, whatever you have learned about today's talk on Live Right. Learn to forgive. Always learn to forgive. Your happiness matters to you, and it matters to those people that truly love you. So don't, because of those people that do not love you and always want to offend you, lose it in life. Don't lose focus. Don't get yourself stuck in life. Offenses repels blessings also. If I did not make mention of that, repels blessings also. So you could want to get blessed. Maybe there is a word of prayer you used to say. The time you're supposed to use to say your prayer, you are thinking about the offense against you. Don't give room for thoughts about offense or worries in life. You already know that the heart of man is full of wickedness. So expect the unexpected sometimes, but build your own defense. You understand? Your joy and your happiness matters to carry you, you understand, in the journey of your life. And I pray that God will help you through, and will help me through also. We are both learning here. If you have anything to add to it, put it in the comment section, please. And if you have anything you want me to discuss or want me to discuss about, you can put it in the comment section, or you inbox me, give me a DM, and I will look into it. I am Olushola Johnson. This is Live Right for today that we have just concluded. It comes up every Saturday between 6 and 7 a.m. God bless you as you have listened, and I would like you to please share for others to partake in this program. So God bless you all. I want you to all have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. Bye for now.